Third story of the day is LGBT Trump. Trump is often called racist, sexist, xenophobic, he hates gay people, blah, 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 but it's not actually true. Trump is actually not only, I believe, the first president who was, I don't know the exact terminology to say, but he was supporting LGBT before a lot of people were. They were like, I don't believe in marriage between a man and a woman, until like they were like, what if we could use the gay community to start wars? And they're like, we love the gays now, march, 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 pride, 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 war in Libya, pride, 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 war in Iraq, pride, pride, let's march for a month, that's your month, you get the whole rainbow, march, march, wars, 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 bombs, bombs, individual mandates, total destruction. It's all good. Point being, people didn't like gay people until it was cool. Me, I'm consistent. I never thought twice about gay people, so I was never a hater, but other politicians, they were. Trump, I don't think he really cared ever, and people are like, he hates the gay. I don't think so. But now we know he actually is doing the most pro-LGBT thing ever on a world scale, I would potentially say. By the Trump administration launches global effort to end criminalization of homosexuality, which is mostly happening now. There's questionable laws in Middle East, Africa, Caribbean. It's concerning, this is a quote from a U.S. official that's launching it, it's concerning that in the 21st century, some 20 countries continue to have laws that criminalize LGBT status of conduct, said the U.S. official. So it's not for sure what they're going to do yet, but it seems like they're trying to make it illegal to discriminate or to hurt or to arrest gay people or to murder or do something violent to. And obviously I don't want any gay people to be hurt. And I think it's great, like there's a lot of places in the world we need to help people. South Africa being one that's very serious that no one seems to care about, but there's a lot of problems in the world. I don't actually agree with Trump here, which is crazy because people could say Trump is pro-LGBT more than I am. I wouldn't say that's true, but I don't like this campaign. Personally, I think gay people and lesbians and T's and I's and O's and Q's and G's and R's should be able to do whatever the F they want. I'm pretty libertarian in that matter. If you want to have sex with a guy and you're a guy, knock yourself out. If you want to, flip around and do something wild with a chick and you're a chick, knock yourself out. If you're like, hey, I know myself better than Anomaly or Ben Shapiro knows me, and I'm in the wrong body and I want to transition, knock yourself out. If that's how you feel and that's what you believe, I don't doubt that that's not the case. I honestly think that contrary to a lot of conservatives, there's Siamese twins who are born with multiple heads. If you ask them, are you allowed to have two heads? People would say no, but there are rare cases. So I do believe that there are people who may be born in the wrong gender. I don't disagree. I don't think our society should push it on people. They're like, everybody's transgender. That's psycho. And that's what they're doing. So I don't agree with like this crazy like takeover of our society. Doesn't make sense to me, but individual cases, yeah, why not? However, we have our own problems here. I'm so tired of America, and I don't care that it's Trump. I'm obviously like not jumping off the bandwagon, throwing him under the bus, but America first, take care of our own problems. I find it so hypocritical. I'm okay with Middle Eastern countries. Let's just say this. I'm okay with Trump calling out terrorism. I'm okay with Trump ramping up our security. I'm okay with the ban because it's not a Muslim ban. Most Muslims are not even involved in the ban. It's specific countries where there's very serious problems. I'm okay with everything that Trump's doing. But I'm not okay with people that are obsessed about trying to micromanage other people's cultures when our culture is clearly in panic mode. I would say we're very close to the fabric of society being so far ruined in America that it's not going to get better. And I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm saying we're at a turning point. So I don't care what Iran's doing. I don't think it's great, but who are we to judge Iran? Christians in America have their own beliefs that are maybe more similar to Muslims than maybe not, some and others, but like Muslims, I always say, when it comes to women, I'm not talking about on a political scale, they're very conservatives and gays as far as like, this is my woman, this is, she's going to cover herself up. We're not doing the gay thing here. Like, you're not allowed to be gay. Very conservative. My woman, cover up, don't look at her, like mine. Now you go to America, we're like the other end of the spectrum. They're far conservative in that way. We're like far liberal, and I don't think it's healthy. I definitely would say it's better. I'm not saying I preferred Islam, but I'm just saying we have the opposite problem. We have women running rampant, don't even know up from down or left from right. They're mad and freaking out and screaming and screeching and like saying, believe all of us, even though we'll lie and this and that. It's like, let's take care of our own problems. I'm not so concerned with running all over the world and being like, you have to do the same laws that we have with gay people, and you're not allowed to wear the hijab. Like in America, I'm totally okay with that. Like, we can have our own laws about how we want women to be free. In America, women are free. Gay people are free. And I like that. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I love America that we're free. But why are we running around the world trying to make them like America? We're like the psycho woman or the psycho man who's like, be like us, you have to be like us, you have to be like us. And it's like, I don't want to be like you right now. I love America, but I don't want to be us right now. So why in the world would I want to spread our psychosis and our mental illness to Islam? Maybe Islam has some things to teach us. I'm not saying all of it, but I will say the sanctity of women, not to that extent. I don't want women to be enslaved. Some could make the argument, but the sanctity of women, I think, is important and should be at least discussed here as far as like, nothing matters, nothing is real, there are no genders, nothing exists. Like, that's insane. We're becoming insane as a society. So I think Islam has something to teach there. And I also think with fasting, we're starting to get into fasting. Christians fast, health experts fast. I'm just not so bullish about running over there and being like, be like us. Like, let's not do that. I don't understand. And I'm all for protecting ourselves. I'm all for really focusing. But the problem is we have a bad track record. Like, if your crackhead friend steals money from you and never pays you back, are you going to pay him back the 6th and 7th and 8th time? I love America. I think we're a special country. I'm so glad that we're taking control of it again from psychos. But the Iranian Revolution, a lot of people say United States ruined that. Seems to be a lot of evidence there. I don't know for sure. I wasn't born, but okay. Venezuela, I don't particularly understand what we're doing there, but I noticed that's one of those things that Joe Biden to Trump to left to right, everybody agrees on. Okay, we didn't do that much good in Afghanistan. We didn't really do that much in Iraq. We didn't do that much in Libya. We certainly didn't help in Syria. So maybe we should just make America great. Maybe we should just focus on America first. Maybe we should worry about, like, if someone has 5 wives and they're all cut their hair and have 20 cats and are listening to, like, Enya on repeat, who is awesome, by the way. I just thought it was funny to say. And is freaking out and just, like, can't even control themselves. And they run into my house and they're like, you got to be just like us. You got to follow our rules. I'd be like, nah, I'll pass, tempting, but no, I'm good. It seems like a power grab to Trump where he just wants to get back at Iran and fight Iran and be like, stick it to them using the LGBT community. And if I'm going to call out liberals for using the LGBT community to push an agenda, this does smell to me, at least at this point, it does smell to me like Trump's administration using the LGBT to push an anti-Iran agenda, where it's like, I think there is a revolution going on. I do think women in the Islamic world do want more freedom, and I'm okay with that. We just don't have a good track record. Every time we go somewhere, we make it worse. And our country's getting worse. We send money to Israel to defend them. That's fine. But we can't build a $5 billion wall. We send money to Central America to rebuild Central America and Mexico. The same amount of money we can't build a wall with? We have Beto O'Cuck running around saying he wants to tear the wall down. Like, we're a mentally ill society right now. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. I'm not concerned about these other countries. We need to focus on ourselves. Because if you don't focus on yourself, you lose yourself. And we have every sign of doing that. So why would we go to Iran and Saudi Arabia and Africa and tell them what to do with gay people? Why don't we go to Southside Chicago and figure out why 500 black people are getting murdered every year? Hello, priorities. We have our own problems. I don't understand. Why is California politicians running in circles saying, oh, Trump, It's like, dude, you steal the most amount of money from taxpayers and you have the most poverty. My neighborhood, it's getting dirtier. It's getting trashier. It's getting more graffitied. It's getting more homeless. I don't care what you think about Donald Trump. Fix your own goddamn cities. Fix your own goddamn state. You steal the most money from me and other people. Luckily, I don't have that much money, so I don't lose that much, but eventually I will, and then I'll probably move. It's not working. So why would the California senator or governor or mayor worry about Trump? Shut up and fix your own state. Why would Trump worry about Iran and the Middle East? Sorry, but shut up and focus on America. Chicago, California, Texas, New Jersey, New York. We have situations in our own communities, and they're not necessarily getting better. They're not. We have our own immigration problem. We can't build the goddamn wall, but we're going to run around the Middle East and tell them how to treat gay people? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And in our own society, we're liberal psychos. I'm all for equality and libertarianism and liberalism, pro-LGBT, pro-women, you name it, I'm for it. But we're so far gone that women are starting to lose their minds. The LGBT community is starting to think that they're like the gods of everybody and that you can't criticize them, you can't critique them, they can't be wrong, they can't lie, you can't exist, you can't be straight, you're cisgendered, if you're white, they hate you even though it's like 70% of our country. They hate the founding fathers, they literally hate our entire culture and society, which we have built, which is the freest society, now so free that apparently we can run around Africa and the Middle East and tell them how to be. Fix our own problems. We have serious impending problems, and I just can't stand the fact that even the Trump administration wants to tell the Middle East how to treat women and people. I'm not saying that they're treating them right. I don't think so. I wouldn't want to live there, to be quite frank. I'm very grateful to be from here. But I'm tired of spreading democracy and liberalism and Americanism all over the world when our education is going downwards. Our debt is insurmountable. Our poverty is not particularly increasing. Our immigration policy is awful. Our Democratic politicians are psychos. Our women are losing it. Not everybody, but you know, we're being targeted. I feel like the media is essentially at psychological war with women, with the black community, with the white community, with Asians, with Hispanics. Solve those problems before you run around the Middle East telling them how to act and what to do. And I don't buy into this. I don't buy into this, oh, we really want to stomp out gay abuse. So do I, but there's so much stuff going on in our own cities. There's so much stuff going on in Africa. There's so much stuff going on in the Middle East. There's so much stuff going on in Asia. There's so much stuff going on in South America. There's so much poverty in the world, and there's people who can't get access to clean water. Like, why stand on this hill and be like, we must tell Iran how to treat the gays? I'm not buying it. Even if it's Trump, I'm not buying it. And to each their own, but yeah, I don't know. I'm more about changing America and focusing on ourselves, and I don't like the idea of running around acting like the world police anymore.